Techniques of data collection. The process of information generation involves a combination of various research methods and techniques. These techniques vary from one research study to another. There is no standard set of techniques that can be used in all circumstances, and a deliberate selection of a combination of tools should be used. Nonetheless, data must be collected from secondary as well as primary sources. In the nutrition context, various factors influence the nutritional status of an individual and the community as a whole. Among these are factors associated with socio-cultural and environmental background, economic, health, hygiene, and agricultural pattern, and food accessibility and food policies. Therefore, it is important to understand as closely as possible those limiting factors that may be open to intervention to affect the well-being of the population. A diagnostic representation of the factors influencing the problem under consideration, which is often a complex network, is a critical step to data collection. The network representing the different interaction and often feedback to causes and effect of malnutrition form the basic tool for the information generation process. To understand these interlinked factors, different techniques should be used, and this will vary with the research objectives. Secondary data collection. Collection of information from secondary source is vital prior to the initiation of actual fieldwork. Various secondary sources should be tapped depending upon the objective of the particular research. Secondary resources include review papers on the issue for the particular region under study, published government data and statistics, discussion with selected experts from various disciplines, informal discussion with selected key informant which may constitute village leader, member of local voluntary agencies or organization, local health personnel, school teacher, etc. Maps and aerial photographs can be used to mark the region for study and assess the topographic and other characteristics of the area selected. Acknowledge of existing programs for community development, both regional and national. Primary data collection, semi-structured interviews. At best, these are conducted by the developing an outline of a guideline in order to maintain the direction of the interview. Such a guideline should indicate the major issue to be covered in the interview and should be referred to frequently during the process of interview, which is an informal one. The interviewee is allowed to put forward his or her view on a particular issue, and the role of the interview is to listen and maintain focus and direction to prevent the conversation from going off on a tangent. The most crucial part of such an interview is to develop a rapport with the community, and this is most often established by listening to the people talk about their problem rather than solution. Group discussion. Group discussion has a special advantage over personal interview in the sense that a large body of information can be collected covering large group of people in a short time. Group discussions are also useful to cross-check information. Also, certain information that may be sensitive is more easily obtained in large gathering where the source cannot be pinpointed to one individual alone. Such information often relates to misuse of funds and resources or to maltreatment or violence directed against certain groups of people. However, selection of groups should be done carefully and it must be homogeneous in nature. Focused group discussion. Focused group discussion are particularly useful to elicit information regarding social customs, food pattern and behavior, infant feeding practice, and also local food, fad and taboos. Small cluster of 5 to 6 women may be sufficient for this purpose. Groups and focus group discussion have an advantage of the self-correcting mechanism with the group, whereby an individual who gives an overly favorable picture of herself is immediately corrected by others in the group. Participants for focus group discussion may be selected at random following brief interviews. However, experience in India indicate that focus group develop without prior planning during household interview. Seldom is it possible to avoid men folk joining in on such sessions, particularly when the topic relates to childcare and infant feeding practice. It is best therefore to form focused group discussion exclusively for men which are easy to organize either at the local tea shop or at the bus stop. Direct observation. Direct observation of all major activities may not be possible with RRA. However, taking the time to just walk around in the community, observing activities and asking questions at opportunities moment may yield important information. Lack of correlation between action and beliefs may sometimes be revealed through such observation. The best way to study the socio-cultural pattern, custom and local behavior of the community is by simply being there. Direct observations are valuable for checking difference between knowledge and actual practice. Direct observation of nutritional status of children, particularly those under 5, for possible sign of malnutrition through looking at feeding practice, eating habit and apparent use of unhygienic childcare techniques can often reveal much more than health center record. Key information. Key information can be a major source of information. People from the community who, because of official position or informal leadership, have access to information about the community rather than individual problem are good resources. Key informant can be government official, local health supervisor, service personnel, traditional healer, community leader, elected or self-appointed, local shop owner and member of non-government organization. However, there are well-known dangers associated with the leader who for some reason might be biased against a certain group of people and who may express personal view rather than those of the community. Also associating with the local leader who most often form the elite group in a village may result in creating fear in the community, and the poor who are most often exploited by this group may not express their frank view and opinion. It is important to seek out women and poor householders so as to offset any bias. These people are often less visible and rarely get an opportunity to talk to outsiders and express their problems and needs. Village or community profile. Simply being around in the community and observing facilitate information gathering in the initial days when efforts are being made to develop a rapport with the people and to make your own presence less conspicuous. It is useful to map the village. All that would be required for this is a notebook, pen, pencil and observational skill. Simply making a note of the location of health facilities, water resource location and type, location of farms and household, segregation of household based on caste and class, location of livestock, etc. can be valuable. Often information on all these aspects can be gleaned over a period of time through more observation. It is a handy tool once completed and give a total view of the area under study at a glance. Aerial survey. Aerial survey are particularly useful in obtaining first-hand information on natural resources and their management. The usefulness of aerial survey for counting animals and certain types of natural resources has been established. However, it is expensive and therefore less popular where cost is a major constraint.